So, Konami. These days they're nothing more than a mixed bag of emotions. But back in the day, they were such a force to be reckoned with, they could even turn such lovable icons like Asterix into probably one of the best brawlers in the arcade scene.
Wow.
Why am I not fucking surprised that the first game we're showing is Asterix?
Because to make Wii happy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, hi, Lee.
Hi, I'm here.
Welcome back.
Also, to be fair, the reason that we're tackling Asterix first is to kind of make up for the fact that we were originally going to do like a full-on commentary of Asterix because, you know, the game is short enough to where we can manage it. However, this devil damn idiot forgot to double check to see if he saved his audio for the whole thing, so now we're just making it as part of a look at.
Which, because there's a lot of games. We did a bunch of Capcom beat-em-ups, but genuinely speaking, you may not even think of it, and frickin' Matt may have forgotten about it, but Konami actually made quite a few very good, memorable beat-em-ups.
No. The games that are shown in this are some of the best beat-em-ups just ever made, and especially the later ones. I never played the Asterix one.
And you want to know something that's kind of fun, that's even funnier? Logan and I, yes, because Logan is helping me with this recordings,
Yeah.
we were only scratching the surface, and yeah, there's friendly fire in this game, be wary of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But we only scratched the surface of all the licensed beat-em-ups / arcade titles that Konami made. There's also an arcade version of, say, G.I. Joe, Bucky O'Hare, the Cowboys of Moon Mesa, just to name a few that we just completely skipped over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just going to point out as well to everybody, I noticed all of the games that are being shown are fantastic beat-em-ups that are licensed.
Hence, licensed Konami beat-em-ups.
Oh, yeah. Also, look, they have the classic slap move.
Yeah,
I gotta
love
give
that.
love to the. I gotta give love
Yeah.
to the slap move.
Of course.
Yep.
And that arm twirl.
Good old slap move, which I'm honest to God hoping is going to be a thing in the upcoming Asterix and Obelix Double XL 3, which
Yeah,
actually has
hopefully.
been confirmed to still be a thing, and it's got a new subtitle called The Crystal Menu. And not only that, it's actually going to be the first Asterix and Obelix Double XL game, to my knowledge, that actually has two-player co-op between the two.
That'll
Yeah,
be fun.
It's gonna be local from what I've heard.
Yeah,
So.
that's
well.
And
unfortunate.
here I am surrounded by Asterix fans, and my only exposure is one little episode of Linkar's show.
Oh. Well, you know what? He did review one of the better comics, so you at least have that.
In fact, somebody originally in his review, he actually said that he was requested to do a bad one at first, but admitted that maybe we should start with one of the good ones so I know what I'm actually doing.
What the calipers?
boy.
Yeah.
Just for clarity, real quick, which comic did he review?
It's the one with the aliens.
What?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Wait,
that
there
one
were
was,
aliens?
No,
we were
guys,
talking about that.
Guys, it was not the
Yeah.
one
No.
with the aliens.
No,
We did
Gems,
not-
Gems was asking what they were originally asking for.
or the one.
Well, no. I was asking what he reviewed in general. Though if he was asked to review the freaking one with the Falling Sky, then I can only imagine how that would turn out.
He was originally asked to do Falling Sky, but he decided with the other guy.
Oh, hello.
Dear
me, Obelix.
We did it. Also, yeah, and if we haven't already made it clear because we've been talking this whole time, we also decided to make this different because as opposed to the previous look at, we're actually doing this co-op style now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Logan helped me out with these recordings thanks to the wonderful, wonderful powers of Parsec.
Also, I know you brought up Logan, but it is still worth mentioning. Like, we see this chariot race. Though what really should be happening is that while Asterix is riding the horses' chariots, on Obelix's end, it should be the horses and the chariots and Obelix pulling this thing.
Yes, it should.
Yeah.
Anyway, he reviewed Asterix the Legionnaire.
Oh,
Ah,
nice.
One of the better ones where they.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Yeah. So yeah, they did Asterix the Legionnaire, and he said that later on, if somebody asked him to do another one, that maybe he'll probably do Falling Sky.
Okay, so anyway, we should actually go back to the game real quick. So the whole thing about the Asterix arcade game is that Asterix and Obelix here are pretty much going through all sorts of adventures that are mostly abridged versions of some of their own comic adventures. Like this one is supposed to be inspired by Asterix and Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Except that this one they just called Asterix in Egypt.
Oh,
I
spinning.
dare
Okay.
say, Asterix, I think we got a bit of a nasty win there.
But yeah, and again, this is all based on a French comic that became quite the big phenomenon. So much so that even today we are still seeing movies being made of the duo.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
one that's coming out pretty soon in Australia.
Yep.
It's gonna be so nice.
Meanwhile, we in the States don't really give two shits.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's the chick from the Legionnaire, right?
Yeah, that's a Panacea.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honestly wondering how on earth she managed to walk all the way to Egypt straight from Gaul,
Who
Not
knows?
sure.
or wherever she's doing studies at right now. I forget exactly where she's supposed to be from outside of originally from, but I digress.
Right.
So another thing to be brought up is that Asterix and Obelix do have their distinct differences. Like for example, Asterix I think is the slight. Well, okay, I think actually they move the same, but he has a slight attack, whereas Obelix makes full use of his girth.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
about to say, that's one thing I definitely appreciate with the visuals of this game. Like, on top of being spot on to the comics, that you can really see, like, each character's personality in the animations. Like, for example, Obelix and his girth being utilized throughout a good chunk of his attacks.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
like, every once in a while, he does start off with a straight-up Ninja rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
does.
only at the start of each quote unquote chapter.
Yeah, I saw that. By the way, I do have one. This series started like in the '60s, right?
Late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah, late
yes. Oh,
50s, early 60s.
Okay. Is the creator still alive?
Oh no,
no,
no, no.
unfortunately not.
Okay.
His estate has been left to his family.
I love grabbing these guys. You normally can throw them, but I love when you grab them. It's like, I love that before I slap them, sometimes if I miss the button, like, leave. He just runs. Just grab them and go like, leave.
It's kind of like,
Just Obelisk goes like, "You didn't know, but I actually have the powers of Ghost Rider. Have the penance stare."
actually, it's like,
No,
it's
but
like
it's
he
just-
picks him. It's like he picks him up and it's like, I'd suggest you run along if you know it's good for you.
Oh, sorry. I meant to aim for the fat ones.
Nothing good there.
I am
Left.
Did you just call me fat?
Is that a remark about my posterior, Asterix?
Pay them now, my Obelix. Yeah, you know what? I'll step off on that because I will concede that is one world that James can't do better than me.
But it's a fun thing.
Let's be real here, though. Obelix hates being called fat.
Of course.
Yeah, no, he's extremely sensitive about his weight.
Yes, very sensitive, very sensitive. But yeah,
I'll
I
have
will
you
say
know that I'm just.
Oops.
Oh boy.
That wasn't Obelix, that was The Rock.
yes.
Yep.
But yeah, having played it,
Oh, gosh!
Oh,
but yeah, having played it, it controls well. It has a pretty good the animation in this is far better than that of the Capcom ones we've been playing.
Let it also be known
Yeah.
that, like, as far as, like, Asterix games in general, this is actually one of the earliest ones, if I remember correctly.
and
Really?
sad thing is, it's one of the better ones.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
boy.
let's be honest here. The what was it? Triple X game that we
Triple
looked
XL.
at a while
Yeah,
back. Its pacing is pretty horrid.
It is. It really.
You know-
It doesn't help too that they shove like they pretty much throw a whole bunch of fucking mooks at you and expect you to beat them all.
Really quick, this is why the '90s and
Sorry about that.
All right.
You're fine.
If something is based around a 2D medium, I feel like a 2D based game is probably the best. And this is why I love beat 'em ups for certain series that it deserves. Like Asterix here, I don't know much about it, but I can tell that this game looks great because everything looks like the original comic. And
Right?
yeah.
It takes full advantage of it,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that Konami pretty much excelled at back in the time. How faithful they were to the source material.
Yeah, and
Anyway,
really quick, that's also the reason why one of my favorite games, rest in peace that game, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Pilgrim vs.
because-
the World.
Yeah, that's one of the
Yeah.
best beat 'em up games I've ever played because
Oh,
it
I love that
makes,
game.
It makes so much fucking sense.
You know what's kind of sad looking back on that game, because I did actually play it way back when. I would have loved that game so much more if the difficulty balance was a bit better.
yeah, I will admit it can get pretty cheap, like particularly in the later levels. And I was about to say, like, I share your sympathies, Matt, but honestly, if Castle Crashers of all things is allowed to make a comeback, I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually see Scott Pilgrim come
No,
back.
Scott Pilgrim won't. Mainly pretty much if Scott Pilgrim does, then we'll do a video on it, and I will eat my own. I will literally eat a sock because I highly doubt that game is ever coming back. mainly because of two things. One, Ubisoft is kind of a bag of dicks at times.
Whoa.
Dogmatic's heel.
Doug Max is a Ubisoft fan.
It's too dangerous for you here in the Dogmatics.
Ubisoft is French.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Go for it.
But yeah, no. Ubisoft doesn't really like get the licensing back because it takes quite a bit of money. But also, I'm not even sure if Onipress is still the ones who hold the rights to Scout Pilgrim. The whole thing
Is it dark?
pretty much it's a rights black hole. It is a rights
I hate those.
loophole black hole that nobody really knows who has the rights to Scott Pilgrim, and whoever does, Ubisoft has to buy the rights from them so that they can still release the game. Anyway, here's our
Ooh,
second
what's
game.
this?
This is another classic game they did. This was all the rage back in the Chuck E. Cheeses of the land.
Oh yeah.
And I had a lot of
Oh,
fun with this,
man.
actually.
Funny enough, this game was also released very early on in the lifespan of The Simpsons, and to this day, it's still the best freaking game of the brand.
Apart from maybe
no,
Hit and Run and maybe something else, but this is definitely one of the better arcade titles I remember.
The Simpsons
Yeah.
game from 2007, I think, was actually pretty good. I liked it.
That one wasn't too bad.
So this one is still considered one of the best ones, even despite its age.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely no. Just as soon as you start watching it, like they captured the art style and made it like again. That's something that's gonna be really fun to see. Is that these are all by the same developer, arguably the same animation department, and you're gonna see them tackle a lot of different art styles throughout all these games.
Yep.
Yep. So, starting off, Smithers,
forget.
in a random character change,
Whoa.
is robbing a freaking jewelry store and rob the jewelry. But, in an odd twist of fate, Maggie got the jewel, and now he kidnapped Maggie.
I thought
'Cause he wants that
maybe,
jewel.
I thought that maybe proposing to him with a diamond ring would make her stop.
Was that character development around at this time?
I would imagine so.
I'm pretty certain it's been there for the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, considering the fact that they've always been voiced by, the same dude, I doubt there's been much of a change in terms of their overall characterization. It's just that, looking back on it, seeing Smithers pull such a devious move like this is so weird.
I am back,
Very out of
and I
character.
have ice cream.
Welcome back.
Ice cream.
Nice.
Hey, guess what? I scream, you scream, we all scream for the inevitability that is death.
And I totally love how Bart was totally trying to swing his skateboard right at Principal Skinner there.
And I think I saw that somewhere, Matt, where I think Barry or someone like that retweeted that, and then later went to say it was one of my most unpopular tweets.
Really? I like that joke. I think it's funny.
Oh,
Can
jeez.
I ask, is there a factory of clones somewhere?
Possibly.
Yes, and probably Burn. So the main villain is Mr. Burns, who wants to have a cybernetic suit that was directly borrowed from Hitler and Wolfenstein, and he needs that gem to power it.
Pretty much.
Not too surprised, honestly.
But why does he need the baby? He could just take it.
Because the baby has a jewel.
The babies put the diamond in their mouth, and they thought it's easier than trying to wrestle it out.
Right.
Pretty
But it's a baby.
Yes, and
Everybody's an
Burns
idiot.
is
Hey,
and
we're in the
Burns is the
world-
one. Go ahead.
We're in the world of The Simpsons. Everybody is an idiot.
I was going to make the joke of yes, it's a baby, and Burns is a representation of the 1% by Matt Groening. He's going to steal that baby.
Not the baby!
Not the
So-
baby. Not the mama.
Alright, every time
Gosh,
he lands
you're-
on the ground, I'm just like... So this bad guy, every time he lands on the ground, I'm just like, okay, so he turns into...
Woohoo!
He turns
Nice.
into Earl for a second.
Yes.
But of course, the chase ain't over yet, because now he's getting away with a freak-ass Rusty balloon.
Nuts.
Ah, why crusty of
Well
all
then.
people?
It's off to the carnival we go.
Blow up your balloon and go after Maggie.
Oh, okay, we have to do a little mini game first.
Just, even back then, it's still amazing to me that a proper choice of sound mixing and all that can really make a game pop.
Oh yeah.
It can, yeah.
Speaking of pop,
Also,
Yeah, I
is
was gonna
this
say,
Mario,
was that intentional?
is this Mario Party?
It was for that point.
And I love how even though Logan was clearly last, the Mooks' balloons actually pop.
Shush.
Krusty Land.
Totally not a case of favoritism, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of which, remember back when The Simpsons really tried to push Bart as like the most popular character, and then it ended up being Homer?
Well, you know, that's the same argument you could say that could be made for why. I remember there's another modern example of this where like.
How I Met Your Mother.
That's a good example.
Hey, Santa's little helper, help out!
Whoop.
No, nice.
Oh, well,
No,
Some help you
missed.
were.
Ben, I know there's another example like that. Crap,
Okay,
what was it?
moving on.
What was another example like that? Crap, where one character was meant to be the most popular one, but then someone else took over immediately. Crap, what was it?
I do know that Happy Days, they also did that.
Right.
Thanks, Millhouse.
Fonz wasn't made to be like the biggest player. He was just made to be like a character on the side, but he became so popular.
Right.
Also,
He
can I
became,
make
like,
this
the big
joke?
fi- Go for
Can I
it.
make
Sure,
this
go.
joke? If you mess with the home, you get the hammer.
And also, if I can add on to that joke, and you can't argue that it's not against the character because it kind of is perfectly fitting with him.
Yeah.
You mess with
I'm
the
Homer
home.
Simpson.
Never mind.
Actually,
No,
if
do
you
it,
mess
do it,
with
do
the
it.
homer, you get the hammer.
Well, what I was about to say is like, you mess with the home, you get the
Oh yeah.
It did
Also,
it.
trying to mind the fact that Gorilla totally doesn't look like Homer.
I also
actually going to say, and something the bear is loose.
I also stole
Probably.
that joke from Spider-Ham.
We
Ah.
Don't worry, it's 100% beef.
Hey.
I'm lying.
Oh, how about this? Problem with cartoons?
Anyway, the joke was that I was actually going to say is that I'm Homer Simpson and I'm wielding a hammer. I should call this my Homer.
That. And those bunny things, weren't those like one of Matt Groening's original cartoons?
I think that's his avatar.
Yeah,
Is it?
I
Ah.
believe so.
That would make a lot of sense.
It's pretty much the character he drew the most prior to the Simpsons inception.
Can we all
Okay.
agree though that Groening, by the way, yes, it's Matt Groening, that
Not bad.
his best show
Oh, God.
is Futurama.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Because
Oh yeah, no, Futurama's a great show.
here's the thing. Because 20th Century Fox is owned by Disney now, hopefully they can actually fucking kill the Simpsons.
At some point.
Well,
maybe.
the thing is that, like, excuse me, if I could just counteract that argument and also get a chance to talk because, yes, I am still here. I get the feeling that Disney's probably not going to be in a big hurry to kill off The Simpsons because the thing is that, like, disregard the actual quality of the show nowadays, Simpsons in and of itself is still a very profitable franchise, and Disney's not going to ignore that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People still watch it.
Oh
But here's-
shit! Well, hey, hold on, Matt. Speaking of killing off the Simpsons,
And they died.
And they died.
The
end.
end.
Marge, what's going to happen to
so let's move on to another thing that Disney owns now.
Yes, something that I know for a fact me and Matt will get some mileage out of, and in contrast, Allie will refuse to care about.
Oh, stop.
It's the X-Men. No, that's incorrect. It should be X-Men.
James
Yeah,
today.
Also, that arm hair.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Logan's a very hairy person. Anyway, for those that don't know, well, for like the 9 people that don't know, this is X-Men, the arcade game, and as far as like the visuals of it goes, it's based on the pilot for the canceled X-Men series Pride of the X-Men.
Yep,
Enter to proper protocol. Logan will be the one playing
Yay!
Logan.
I have to. It's my birthright.
By the way, thank you for playing Nightcrawler because he will forever be my favorite X-Men.
I like Nightcrawler.
Oh, he's one of my favorites,
Yeah, I like
too.
him too.
I always liked him.
But which makes me still pissed off that okay, I like X-Men Apocalypse. I like the actor they got for Nightcrawler and that. I don't hate Apocalypse. I think it's okay. My problem though,
Which city?
Go and save
The
the
one
city.
I don't know where that
Okay.
is.
my only problem, they got rid of the best scene in the movie that was in all the trailers of them going to the mall and like Nightcrawler getting the brain freeze and stuff like that. They cut that out of the movie. And it actually, it really sucked because it showed how, it was the one scene in the entire movie to show how humanity has gotten used to mutants.
So,
What's up,
real
James?
quick, were Sentinels always this small?
No.
No, they weren't. Well, I was about to say, I'm sure there's some build of Sentinels that were a little bit more compact, but for the most part, no, they're usually giants.
Also tell me some of these other armored soldiers totally don't look like either a freaking Doomslayer or Samus.
I was about to say
look
Samus.
Yeah, the one holding the bazooka certainly does.
Yeah.
Also, can I say that the animations with each game we look at in this, they get so much better. Like the animations here are fluid.
Yeah.
The last one is going to be the best animation.
Oh, it'll be great.
Debatably, because even though,
To me, at
spoiler alert, it's Turtles in Time, I do love that game. I don't know if I'd say its animation is better than this.
But regardless, James, what can we tell about our character roster in this game?
Okay, so the thing about the X-Men arcade game is that you have access to 6 characters. Like, you got Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Storm,
Cyclops, Storm, and Dazzler.
And the Dazzler.
Why the Dazzler?
Because she was part of the original pilot.
Yeah, and also Dazzler was kind of overpowered in the comics originally, but the movies didn't fix it. Hi, Pyro.
Yep.
Hey, Pyro. How are you?
Oh.
I'm gonna give you such a sick burn.
I mean, with all 6 of these playable characters, it's like... It's also one of the only arcade beat-em-ups I can think of that literally, the very rare units of them, actually supported 6 players.
And I do know that, like, for the very limited time it was on XBLA, it could also support, like, 6-player co-op.
Yeah? Yay!
Yeah, but unfortunately that's no longer the case.
Aw.
Anyway,
Oh, well.
by the way, here's really quick
Kick him while he's down, kick him while he's down.
Kick.
Snap the boob.
Good to see the humping Sentinel from the Nostalgia Critic review got some work again.
Anyway,
wait, really quick. Fun fact about Pyro. One thing that Pride of the X-Men and other things tried to do was make Wolverine Australian. Despite the fact that he is so Canadian, he drinks maple syrup. That is a joke, but still. But yeah.
Well, the thing...
Yeah, they tried to make tried to make him Australian because they thought that Australians were cool, especially after Crocodile Dundee. And yeah, here's the thing: there is already an Australian X-Men character, Pyro, that none of the movies acknowledge as Australian.
Well, my thing is that, like, it's not... It could be that. The story I heard is that apparently when the actors were going over the script, apparently at one point Wolverine does call Pyro mate, and apparently the actor for him is like, does he call him mate? Is he supposed to be Australian? I guess I'll make him Australian.
Yeah.
Well, Hugh Jackman is Australian.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
before
he
Hugh
is.
Jackman.
Wolverine and Storm one true OTP.
I just realized Storm here uses a staff.
What?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Okay.
Did she ever use the staff in the comics?
No, she
Nope.
must have stolen that from Weather Wizard or something.
But yeah,
Just zap them.
but yeah, it's like...
Okay, then. I guess she needed some sort of bludgeoning weapon.
Well, anyway, if I could just talk about the X-Men real quick, like, Matt mentioned his favorite X-Men, which is Nightcrawler, and he's one of mine. Something about the whole Pride of the X-Men, it actually, the main star of it is actually my favorite X-Woman, who is what am I trying to say? She's a lot better in other stuff than this, Kitty Pryde, aka Shadowcat.
Oh, yeah!
And she deserved better in the movies, too. I mean, I like Ellen Page, she's a good actress, but no.
Yeah, honestly, I remember just going back to, like, Days of Future Past, I remember how it should have ended, made the joke about how, like, well, in order for this time travel thing to work, wouldn't Kitty have to assume that pose for days? I have to pee so bad!
Oh boy, it's Blob.
The Blob.
The Blob.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he makes an appearance in one of the movies, doesn't he?
He does, and he is nothing like he is in the comics, unfortunately.
He's so fat!
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
Goodness, it's like almost half of all the other cast members in the original trilogy. They were like nothing that they were in the movies.
You say that, Jordy. You want to know something kind of funny? That's pretty much all he had go for him in X-Men Origins Wolverine. He was just fat.
Yeah.
Really fucking fat.
Yeah, the whole
Honestly,
thing
I
is
would
that-
argue...
Wait, he has a reason for why he's that big. one of his powers is not only being indestructible, but also the fact that he has his own gravitational field, his own gravitational pull. Where are you
See,
doing?
What? Yeah, what's Logan doing?
Look,
help,
Logan!
help me,
Get out.
bum.
Is he stuck?
I think
Help
I get
me,
the feeling
bum.
he's like,
Bub, I can't get enough of this. Hey, Bub, I can't get enough of this map of yours.
Bub, help me, bub.
I think by this point, yeah, Logan's controller borked, I think.
Also,
Yeah.
because we don't show it in this video, I have to. The best quote in this entire game.
I am Magneto, master of magnet.
I kill you, ex-chicken.
You are dead!
He calls us a
But
chicken.
Welcome
they
to
head on
die.
over to their island, we're going to move on to our final game, and one that I think everyone and their mother knows at this point.
Winners don't use drugs.
It's the Turtles!
Oh yeah.
Big Apple.
Oh yeah,
3
play
a.m.
play that theme.
And out of all these, I think it goes without saying, this is definitely the one I grew up with the most, because this arcade machine out of all of them was definitely sitting there proud and pretty at my local pizzeria.
Totally.
I didn't get too far in it, granted, but I still had a gay old time through Big Apple 3 a.m. And it goes without saying that, yes, I did also get the reshelled edition, and I mean, I don't hate it as much as other people do, but I can sort of understand why people thought there was a bit of charm lost in it.
Yeah, I would say in terms of reshelled, it had the right intentions. However, it focused on two big problems. Oh, first off,
This is April O'Neil reporting.
I will take this.
Oh hi.
Oh, bye, Craig.
I will
Little
take
kid,
this.
steal the statue of liberty.
What's up? Wait, what was that, James?
You bloated beanbag.
Well, no, I was going to say Logan held me up at gunpoint if he didn't get to pick Raphael.
He's the aloof one.
He
Well, I
is
was
not
about
the
to say-
aloof one! That is Michelangelo!
Well, you
I
know
was
what
surprised-
Luke is, right?
I was gonna say, I was surprised no one picked Donatello. He's my
Well, I guess-
favorite.
Yeah, same.
Okay, that actually is a good sit.
You do know that aloof means, like, absent-minded, right?
No,
And like he's
aloof
off on
is
his own
not
doing
what
his
it-
own thing.
Aloof does not mean absent-minded. It means
No, it
not
doesn't.
caring much.
Okay, yeah,
It means
but
It means not too approachable. Like, oh, you're there? Okay.
yeah,
Right.
but here's the thing. That's not Raphael. He cares too much, and because he's an asshole.
Well, you can make the argument that Ralph in the '80s show is aloof.
Yeah, in the '80s show he was kind of aloof, but in the current shows he's more caring.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
Kind of
anyway,
depends on who's writing it, who's writing the characters, I guess.
Yeah, it's like for the
hey,
most
Greg.
part, it's like most of the time, most writers usually have Raph as
Oh,
being like
jeez.
you know the hot.
Was Krang always this big?
The robot actually has the ability to grow sizes, so yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah.
But also explain why he shrunk so much during his actual boss fight. Bye-bye!
Well,
I-
they had to fit him on screen somehow.
I thought it was like a Krang from Super Metroid kind of thing.
I love that.
So, what is your guys' experience with this game as opposed to everything else with it?
I
Well-
fucking love this game because I fucking love the Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Terminate.
I was about to say I'm a big Turtles
Oh,
fan,
it's
and I
Baxter.
remember. Yes.
Yeah, it's the fly. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the Baxter fly. I was about to say, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Turtles as well, and I definitely remember loving this game. I played more so the Super Nintendo game, which is a lot of people
Yes.
consider that version to be the superior version, mainly
Just because
in
they had more
terms of-
content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh, were you about to say something, Matt?
No, I agree. The Super Nintendo version is kind of the superior version.
I mean, I will say I think the arcade version is superior in some aspects, but I will agree though that the Super Nintendo version just has more longevity to it by comparison because it has more levels.
And also, the Super Nintendo version has health bars, so we know how fucking far we are into the fight.
Yeah.
Alley
That's
Cat
also true.
Blues.
Though I will also say I think the arcade has the superior soundtrack.
Well, so yeah, we're back in time, by the way, hence the title.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, right.
I was about to say, speaking of soundtracks, that's also one other thing about Reshelled that I think we should probably... Someone was going to bring it up eventually. One of the more infamous things about Reshelled is that, like, it doesn't use, like, the same soundtrack as the original, like, not even remixes. It uses a completely original soundtrack, and from what people say, it's not quite as good.
It's unfortunately it was one of those cases where they really had no choice in the matter because it was a licensing issue. Because I remember back to have you guys ever heard of Mutant Nightmare?
Nope.
It was the third TMNT game based off of the 4Kids show, and kind of in a similar spirit to the second game, you could actually unlock in the original one of the original arcade games. In the third game's case, you could unlock Turtles in Time. They unfortunately had to change the soundtrack for that version because of licensing issues.
I just love when Raphael just starts flailing about and you're like,
I fucking hate those robots, by the way.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Yeah, they're nuts.
I guess I can go ahead and ask this. Well, Jordan already gave her answer, but I guess I can ask the guys real quick. Favorite turtle? Like, not as far as this.
Donatello.
Well, what? You can let me finish my question. And when I say favorite turtle, I don't mean like, oh, just in this game. I just mean like in general.
Donatello.
Raphael.
I was like Raph.
Oh, so
I have no favorite because I have never watched the show or played the games.
Well, that's why I wasn't really directing the question to you. No offense.
I know.
But I always liked Raph just because I always thought he had the most interesting weapon. I thought the Psy was super cool.
Even though it's
So
small,
how
even
do
though
you,
it's
how do you
incredibly
feel
small.
that he's using Pampa in the new show?
He sucks.
Not only that, but he's also big and apparently the leader of the Turtles now.
He's the
Actually, it's
they
like-
gave him the Knuckles Boom treatment.
Well, honestly, I would say he's a little bit more competent than Bull Knuckles.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but build-wise, he studied at the Knuckles Boom gym.
Hey there, Shellhead.
You know what? I will say that is a little bit sad because, ironically enough, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of has the same problem that Sonic Boom has in the sense of the. Yes.
Sorry. All right. Here's one thing about Rise over Sonic Boom, though. Okay, finish what you're saying.
Yeah, what was the thing that
All
it
I
has
was
that
gonna
Sonic
say-
Boom doesn't?
Well, not so much what they have is like they both kind of have a similar problem in the sense of like there is like actual skill in it. Like there are like a lot of good things in it. It's just a matter of it kind of goes back and forth between how it wants to handle itself. Like sometimes if it wants to be good, it can be really good, but other times it doesn't put as much effort as it does in other places.
Yeah. And
Something makes me think of Battletoads suddenly.
Oh yeah, welcome
Yeah, I
to
thought
Sewer
this looked a little familiar.
by the way, really quick,
Have you
here's
ever
the,
played Battletoads, Alex?
here's the thing. I will give Rise over Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom's animation it's very good. It can be kind of stiff, but it's mostly just for comedy-based stuff.
Also,
The
with monster.
Alright, really quick. The animation in Rise for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is some of the best animation I have ever seen.
It is. It is beautifully animated.
I'll
Yes.
agree to that.
I saw that fight sequence with the helicopter in the sky. That was pretty cool.
Not only that, not only just the fight sequences, even just some characters talking or just doing some mundane things, the animation is still really good. Also,
Yeah.
the fighting
Which company's in charge of that?
don't know.
Rise
idea.
of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Where'd the Ripley alien come from?
Oh, that's a pizza monster. I know that it's from an episode of the show, and I imagine it was parodying aliens, but I don't remember
was.
where.
It looks like Pumpkinhead to me.
All I remember from the show is that apparently these pizza monsters were born from eggs that looked like meatballs,
Yeah, so pretty much.
and they thought it was, and the turtles thought it was a good idea to cook into a pizza.
Well,
By the way, yeah. So yeah, really quick.
we get it, your toes.
The animation is good, but also like the acting is also can be really funny. One of
I
my-
will say,
Hold on. Just will say, one of the funniest scenes, they got Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, to play this one character who's a new recruit to the Foot Clan. And two of the leaders, like, he goes like, I will destroy them. Yeah, that's nice. Look.
Oh,
we
yeah,
have to
yeah,
use-
yeah.
We have to use the element of surprise. And
Foot Clan!
Yeah. We have to use the element of surprise and sneak in. Foot Clan! Somebody have
shouts
her
it.
coffee.
Okay,
that's
because
honestly. Huh?
She has
I
some
was gonna
range.
say, just going back a bit, were you guys asking what company the Rise of
The
the Teenage
animation.
Mutant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's part
wow.
of Nickelodeon. I don't know the company. I think it's one that was like in Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
All I know is that someone that I know from Tumblr, Squiggly Dig, she's one of the animators for the show.
Oh, that's
Nice.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will admit,
pretty
the
neat.
show has problems, but the animation is very pretty. Hey, at least
yeah.
it's not great animation for something horrible. Sword Art Online.
Oh, guys. Another fun fact, actually, for that show, Rob Paulson is the voice director.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
He's
That's
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely moved on in life since he was Raphael in the original show.
And Donatello in the 2012 series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. Hi, Caesar warning.
Hi,
It's
Shredder.
not that bad.
What's
Okay, that
happened to
maybe
your
may.
voice?
He transported us in time.
And we're
That's the
smiling
title.
because
we're gritting our teeth.
Because, well, yeah.
Because we're having the time of our life.
Get it? So, yeah. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed our little look through all of these awesome licensed beat-em-ups that Konami made back in the 90s. Again, we did miss out on a few other ones, like, say, Bucky O'Hare, Cowboys of Moo Mesa, and G.I. Joe, among others. But it's like, they knew what they were doing back in the day, and, well, I mean, I like to believe that they're having a bit... They're realizing their mistakes in the past year or so and trying to fix it with these upcoming anniversary collections. But otherwise, we'll have to see how that goes. But until next time, folks, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
I'm Earthquake.
Lucky Jack 20.
Jordan the Cat 11.
Ronnie J. Foot Clan!
And hopefully next time I can get a word in edgewise.
You did. I don't know what the heck that voice was.
Edgewise, I get it. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
That wasn't a joke, but okay.